Too loud. Still too loud. I do wish this would just launch in the same location every time, but it won't. Like I have the vertical a little off. But that side seems fine. Let's continue. So, when I left off, I had gone to Korriban, and I was investigating the tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. And I was initially thinking I would just do the one and head back and see what kind of prestige I get. But now I'm finding that each time I go in one, I find some Sith apprentice that I can corrupt away from the dark side. So, me playing light side, I think I'm gonna keep doing that. I've definitely learned that you always bring your rogue with you, like I already did, but now I just feel very, very justified, because she's been able to pick every lock with ease. She's got like 20 total ranks in it.
Gotcha. Simple.
Love it.
What?
Hey, get back here. Volume down a little more. That's not all feeding into that. What are you doing? With this one instead. Do something? Attack? Do something? Alright.
Hey there. What can I do?
Oh yeah. I might have done things a little out of order, because I didn't have all of the, star maps before heading to Yavin, because I couldn't remember why Yavin had appeared on the scanner. And, they revealed that I was Revan to everybody. And we lost Bastila. And, like, I think I was supposed to have her for the last star map.
It seems to me that if you don't really remember anything about being Revan, then it doesn't really matter anymore. You are who you are now, right? I don't see the Sith Lord standing here. I see a friend who's been with us through thick and thin. Remember, Malik's the one who tried to destroy Terrace.
And Mission's super chill about it. And I once again can't move.
Yes?
Hey, a data pad.
Yeah?
What?
What's on the data pad? Data pad appears to be a journal of a Sith archaeologist by the name of Varan Gal. Most of it consists of uninteresting notes on the geology of the tomb's caverns, but the final entry is as follows. Strangely enough, I found traces of the Therangen in the tomb. This is an unstable black rock used as fuel by lesser races. Perhaps the ancient Sith on Korriban used it as a power source? It is a volatile and dangerous substance and reacts violently to fire. We'll have to be careful. We found coal. Ooh, severed arm. Nice. Got another data pad. Build. Says archaeologist. This one. The pad seems to once belonged to an enterprising young Sith student who'd ventured into the tomb in search of Ajuntapal's sword. One of his entries is of particular note. There has got to be a way to get past this obelisk blocking the bridge. It seems to be made of some kind of unstable material. I'm willing to bet some kind of energy discharge will set it off. Blaster fire isn't doing the trick, however. I'll have to try some kind of explosive. I just hope that guard droid over there is as defunct as it looks. I think he got himself blown up. Or rune-covered obelisk. Or he tried to move the droid over and blow it up, and it killed him. Yeah. Okay, can't use the rune-covered obelisk. Therangen obelisk. Whoa. Push to get items. Container is empty. Close. Alt droid mark 2. Do I have... Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I know what to do. Boom. Push to give items. Down to... Thermal detonator, concussion grenade, frag grenade. Bioban plasma. Alright, let's go with the thermal detonator. Give. Well, what's happening? Items lost, obviously.
Take that! I'll show you. Take that! Take that! Take that!
Loaded up with sniper shots. Ready? Turned toward me. Oops, I have now made it so I can't move, apparently. Alright. Characters again. Doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. A lever, a light. Nobody's here. I can't hit escape. Are you kidding me? Got into here. Save game. Okay. Load game. And there we go.
Sure.
I was worried that I still didn't have control of my character. Alright, lever time.
much. Simple.
What was the point of the lever? I don't know what the point of the lever was. Because I still had to pick my way through the door. Well, at least there isn't some dickhead in here trying to kill me this time. What do we got? Notched steel sword, a silver line sword, a vibro sword. 3 swords. Ah, okay. I see what it is. No? Am I wrong? I thought I would have to... Ooh, who's that?
Too long in the cold and the dark. I am disturbed again. A human.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to solve a puzzle where I put the right sword in the right place.
This is an old spirit full of the Force. I sense great sadness and regret. Walk carefully.
A Jedi here? Why have you come to this dark place, Jedi? Why disturb my sleepless rest? I do.
Aha!
And yet I do not. The Force is so strong with you, human. Yet the face, the soul. It has been so very long. I had a name once. Ajunta Paul. Yes, that was my name. I was one of many. We were servants of the dark side. Sith Lords, we called ourselves. So proud. In the end, we were not so proud. We hid from those we had betrayed. We fell, and I knew it would be so.
Hid from those we had betrayed.
Our Jedi Masters, those who had taught us to use the Force, who warned us against the dark side, yet we embraced it in secret, reveled in its power. We were discovered? Or did we act? I can no longer remember. But here is where we came, to hide, to grow, and here we fell. Ancient? Has it been so long that you used the word ancient? I have been here so long, so lost. I cannot remember. We were the first to rebel, to betray, to surrender ourselves to the dark side. So strong, we thought. So wrong.
Interesting. A Sith who regrets turning to the dark side.
We hid from the Jedi. It was not they who destroyed us. Is it not obvious what we did?
We destroyed each other?
We destroyed each other.
Oh, I called it.
We desired the secrets of each other to increase our power. We battled until finally our fortress rained down on top of us.
The Sith consumed themselves, did they? I suppose that eventually they'd be all they'd have left to fight.
And so, here, our old secret is buried, and none of us hold it anymore. Is that not right? Our power fled. Oh, what became of us? Do the Sith still thrive? Did they ever return?
Oh man. Sith have thrived and are more powerful than ever. They returned and endanger us all.
So much time has passed.
Right.
And yet
Saying
we
that the
have
light side must battle them.
nothing. Remain? Do I remain? I have regretted for so long all that I have done. My sword, I filled it with my pride, and it is buried with me now, a corpse as I am a corpse. I am dead as my faith is dead, and I shall remain here, surrounded by blackness in death as in life.
Huh. Sorry for you. I need this sword you speak of. Maybe I should just be on my way then.
Of course you do. You seek my power. Will it destroy you
Ooh.
as it did me?
Possibly.
I wish my sword to be taken away from here. I do not wish it to rot away as I have. I command this of you.
I guess he's telling me to take the sword, huh? I'll gladly take it out of here. What do you want me to do with it? Nobody commands me to do shit!
If you are wise, you will not keep it. In the end, it is what destroyed.
Damn, I was actually kind of hoping it would be a lightsaber that was more powerful than this dumb vibro sword.
Only one is truly my sword, but it has been so long.
Oh shit.
I do not remember.
I took all three already?!
Find the sword that is mine and place it on the statue. If it is truly mine,
Okay.
then it is yours. Then you must die. This is how it must be.
Oh, okay.
I do remember one thing of my sword.
Okay.
Listen to me carefully. I am that which grips the heart in fright, hearkens night and silences the light. It was written of my sword long, long ago. Go then, find my sword and place it on the statue.
Boy, I wonder if it has to do with darkness. Way. I wonder what happens if I just take all three swords. Or is held closed by some great power and cannot be opened at the moment. Up. What statue, though? Oh, there's a corpse. Hello, corpse. Ah, money. Nice. Thank you, corpse. Oh, this statue. Okay. Place a sword in the statue. Not steel, silver, the vibro sword. Step away from the statue. Yeah, obviously.
Yes?
I need to understand. Let's see. The blade is long and straight and sparkles with a silver glow that becomes brighter as the hilt is touched. Quite warm, it almost appears that the blade becomes white hot. Once it is equipped, such a fiery weapon would be devastating against an unarmed opponent. A small insignia of a flame is impressed upon the hilt. Okay, probably not. Like most vibroblades, this weapon lets off a dim humming and sound once activated. The length shivers with a deep blue-colored force field, and its hilt is the black of charcoal. A single insignia upon the hilt shows that of a red, baleful eye. And the last one was the notched steel sword. The blade of this sword is an ebony black and notched along its length to give it a cruel and jagged appearance. There is a strange visual effect upon the sword which makes it seem as if shadows pulse and ebb along its surface. It is very cool to the touch. Upon close inspection, a small insignia of a dark circle can be spotted on its hilt. I think that's our winner. Yes. The notched steel sword. The sword sets itself in the stone as if it belongs there. Well, I guess I win.
Yes, that is the one. That is the blade that destroyed me. Take it. Take it and the other blades even. Take them and go. My darkness awaits me.
No need to remain here, is there? I want to know more about a star map.
Our oldest secret is buried, but not here. I remember nothing else. I cannot help you.
Okay. Reasonable. I don't believe that. Tell me what you know. There's no need to remain here, is there?
Need? What choice have I?
You can leave this place. You can return to the light and end your torment. Let's try that.
Return? But I betrayed my old masters. They would never let me return to the light side. It is too late. Too late.
Persuade. I don't believe the light side would turn you away. You have suffered long enough. And suppose you were right. What then? Persuade!
If I could return. Oh, my master, it has been so long, and I regret so much.
Got light side points! Alright. No. Alright, taking all these swords. We're saving this game. Alright, here, Agentapal's Blade. 5 to 15, fire, critical threat, attack modifier 5. One of the few truly personal items owned by Agentapal remains as thoroughly corrupted as he. Wait. Right weapon. Oh, nowhere near as good. And this one. 27. 8. 26. 5. This is 29 with 14 to 24, so lower in damage. 6. This is my lightsaber, which is 12 to 31. That's 17 to 27 at 28. Maybe I can get my lightsaber back now. 12 to 31. But the 17, like the low end is higher on Baka's ceremonial blade. Like mine is 12 to 31. Oh, 10. 6. 26. 7. The high side is lower, but the lower side is higher as well. Means it's got more reliable damage, which makes it better. Let's see, it is 6 to 16 physical, plus 2 to 12 bludgeoning versus droids, plus 4 energy, 19 to 20 times 2 critical threat, with 2d6 extra. Mine doesn't do any extra on a crit. Lower damage, attack modifier, that's all I've got. Why? I feel like the other one is better, especially since I fight droids so much. Really tough choice. Like, I miss being able to reflect blaster bolts a lot. I miss my purple lightsaber. But, like, the damage is so much better, and the hit's the same. 6 to 24 normal. This one is 6 to 16 normal. Extra on crits. 2d6 on crits. I think there's something I can do. I don't know. My lightsaber back on for now. Pew pew pew. I missed you, lightsaber. I also missed being able to do saber throw. Not that I did it a lot, but still. guys, let's get the hell out of here. Okay. This map looks like a Oh, Chardin. What can I do for you, Chardin?
I rather figured you'd make it all the way to the sarcophagus. Good to see I wasn't wrong.
Chardin, what do you want?
Isn't it obvious? I've been hoping that someone would do the dirty work in retrieving the sword of Ajunta Paul for some time. It's been quite a wait. Now that you have it, I just thought I'd relieve you of it. It must be quite a burden after all.
I don't know what you're talking about. What sword? You're not taking anything from me. Oh, I think I'll manage with it just fine. Kind of you to offer, though.
Oh, but I insist. I'm not about to let a chance to impress Master Uthar pass me by. I may like you well enough, but being a Sith is all about taking chances when the moment is right. So make it easier on both of us. Hand over the sword.
I literally have two friends with me, and we're all armed.
Isn't it obvious? You die. Rule of the Sith. Only the strong and cunning shall survive.
I think that I don't have to be cunning, because I'm very strong.
This isn't a negotiation. As much as I dislike ultimatums, I'm afraid I must stoop. Hand over the sword or die.
Well, you'd already laid out that ultimatum.
Need to do things the hard way, eh? Fine.
Well, I had 0 options to make him a friend. Now he's going to be dead. Aww, he's stasis. He was stasis the whole fight! Credits, a Johnny Dueling Shield, Hyper Battle Stimulant, Advanced Med Pack, Plasma Grenade, Adrenal Alacrity. Well, that was a thing that occurred. I'm just gonna fuck off.
What?
Oh my god, are you kidding?
Yes?
Are they coming? They don't appear to be coming. I don't know why they're not listening to solo, not solo mode. Well, that's interesting. Alright. Are we ready to behave properly now? No? Okay.
Yes?
What?
The fuck?
Yeah?
What?
Are we done being stupid? No, we're not done being stupid. Love it.
Yeah?
Yes?
Guys. Whoa. Sorry. Come on, answer. Oh, alright, thank you. I'll come get my food. Bye. Yes, I ordered food earlier, and it is here now. Haha. I don't know why it's not, listening. That's gonna be really, really goddamn annoying. I'll be right back. Alright. Sorry for the wait. Had to go get the food and use the restroom, and what I'm going to do is save this game, and then load this game, because I don't feel like having to move my guys around one at a time. That should fix their script. Yes, well, I at least fixed it for one of them. Mission's still broken. I don't know why. Alright, those tombs I went into. Arcaragnos. Yeah.
What?
Alright, let's try this.
What?
Nope. Mission's just being an asshole. Scripting is all broken. They're both broken now. No!
Yes?
They were... One of them was working before. No, neither of them is working. Shit, I've messed it up worse.
Yeah?
Please just stop being stupid. That was fun. Oh, I can't move. Oops. Well, it worked out. It's a lot of droids. Click it, no? Yes? Okay, now it clicked. Boom. Blow myself up. I know I'm in battle mode. I need to get over there. Stun this droid. Which droid did you just stun? What? How did you not select this one? I love not having a team to help me because they're no longer listening because of whatever happened with the Sith video thing in the last tomb. Mission. Nope, she still can't move. Cool. Why is that a corpse? And get items. You can't do anything with that. My character is off fighting a war by himself. I don't know why it decided to break. But boy is it obnoxious.
What?
Yes?
Make him move.
What?
What?
Alright, let's try it again. Let's see if we can confuse the crap out of it until it starts working. Mission's working, and Jolie isn't. Son of a bitch.
Yeah?
What?
Yes?
Huh?
What?
Keep trying to hit tab to save and stuff. Ah, Jolie, why are you fucking broken, you dick? Yeah.
Need?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yup.
Yes?
Nope.
Huh?
Yup.
Yes?
Yes?
Yeah?
What?
Yup. Nope.
What?
Nope.
Sure.
How about now? Nope.
Yes?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
My character comes running. But Jolie's just being a big old dickhead.
What?
Woof. Alright, I guess we're going to be stuck getting through this, a stupid way. Okay.
Too much audio input. Audio systems overloading. Must destroy source of disturbance. Must kill sentience.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean... Buddy. Alright, cancel that one. What the hell? Why? Holy crap. I think I'm reaching peak light side. Who knew that was possible? Rips. Could I support? Okay. Paragon for life. she attacking? I don't think she's attacking. Oh, I don't think the other two are fighting. Destroy droid.
Yeah? Take
So they're just not helping. Like I'm locked in solo mode.
That hurt, I bet. Sure.
And now I'm stuck. Oh yeah. Alright. What's in here?
Huh?
Get over here and run the security on this.
Gotcha. Simple.
Mark Aragnos gauntlets. Alright. See. I don't see Ragnos gauntlets. Tragic. There we go. Requires Jedi defense, restricted to dark side users, weapon focused lightsaber. Weapon specialization lightsaber. Ancient but still intact, these gloves appear to be made of black scales. They pulse with a dark power.
Sure.
Alright, doesn't appear that there's anything else in here. My idiots still aren't following me.
Huh?
And you need?
What?
Huh?
Yes?
I don't know how or why this became broken. But man, do I hope when I leave this planet it's not broken anymore. Because this is terrible.
Sure.
Yeah?
And she's not.
Yes?
Alright, probably one more of those to do. Just all the stuff. Mission appears to be following me. And as usual, only one, as Jolie is being an asshole. Tomb of Naga Sadao. But didn't they say I wouldn't be able to enter it? And I thought it was bad enough when it just seemed like they couldn't figure out how to get to me sometimes. Whoa! She's following him? Fine. Whatever. If she's finally scripted to follow him, I'll play as him. I don't care, whatever. I just don't want to have to move them individually around. Simply being an asshole is another news. Water is wet.
Got something on your mind?
No, nothing's on my mind. Tell me about Sunry. How do you know him?
I think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit. Just because I haven't seen Sunry for 20 years doesn't mean he's not a friend. Man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. To become a murderer, I can't see it. That's not the Sunry I knew. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after I left the Order. War hero, too. Or so I hear. I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or you can be a young monkey lizard and ignore me, I guess. I don't expect much these days.
Alright, let's see if they follow me. Door is locked and will not open at the moment. Right. Of course. Alright, so I think I've now done all the things. Jolie has bitchin' shades. All my team of stupid sunglasses, you like them? Alright, Jolie. Is everybody scripted to follow Jolie at least? Yeah, okay. Fine. Follow Jolie. Combining Star Trek with Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, he's like Geordi, and she's like Geordi, and I'm like Geordi. We're all Geordi. Jolie LaForge. There you go. So yeah, I don't know what happened, Rogue. I was just playing, I did one of the tombs, and all of a sudden the companions wouldn't follow me anymore. And I've been dipping around here trying to get them to follow me again. And they just won't. Look, Jolie won't follow Mission. Jolie won't follow me. And now Mission won't follow me. It's been a problem.
Yes?
Oh shit, did I break it by doing that? Great. I already did the cave. Alright. Did Mission start following again? No, of course not. Of course not.
What?
Yes?
KOTOR has a gather your party before venturing forth button. Yeah, no, it's really fuck you, Jolie. I hit forward and it said that I went backward through the door. Don't know how I could have gone backward. He was just T-posing. Jolie's over here T-posing. Alright, I think I've done all the things I need for whatever, prestige, I think. So now I can become a Sith, which is definitely what I want. Look how Sith I am. I am the most Sith that has ever Sithed. Give me the exact demographic that the Sith target. I mean, I think you're actually right, so fuck. They wish to corrupt me. Is it because I'm pretty? And I have these bitchin' shades? Alright, you, Uther Win.
I have found you to be most impressive. You are off to an excellent beginning.
How do I gain prestige? I have something to tell you about Euthera. I dealt with the renegade students. I have the sword of Ajunta Paul. And I don't want to keep it.
Genuine sword. I knew that this relic would be unearthed in time. I can feel the power flowing through it. Well done. You have impressed me.
I mean, I don't know why it took so long. I literally walked in the room, opened a box, there were 3 swords in it, and he's like, the right one is shadowy, and I'm like, okay, the shadowy one. Now, go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough. Okay, I dealt with the rogue droid. I guess it was the rogue droids. There was a whole horde of the damn things, and I had to fight them alone because my party wasn't following me and wouldn't enter combat.
Well done. I am impressed. You have rid us of a potential nuisance. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor.
Oh, okay. Well, I dealt with renegade students.
The ones I ordered executed for mutiny. It's done then.
Oh yeah, totally. Lie! It's done. They're gone. That one's true. I'm gonna lie that they're dead.
Indeed.
I've succeeded in lying.
Bodies. Perhaps the Chirac ate them. It is just as good, I suppose. The lesson is learned, I believe. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to...
Also, I like that this guy is voiced by the same guy who voices, Admiral Yularen. Let's see. I found Jorak Uln, the Hermit in the Hills. I have the tablet written by Jorak Uln. I've killed Shardan. Oh man, I did have to kill Shardan. I didn't have any other way of dealing with that.
Ah, my old master. Still, unless you bring back something of his, some writings are similar, I am unimpressed. Jorak's fate means nothing to me.
Okay.
Oh, let me see. It appears my old master was busy studying the writings in one of the tombs. How interesting. I do hope you had to pry this from his dead fingers. Regardless, you have impressed me with your worthy act. You have impressed me enough, by my estimation, to become a Sith in full. Congratulations, young one. You have bested the others quite completely.
But wait, I have more things to tell you about. I can impress you more.
And this requires us to travel to the tomb of Nagasado in the Valley of the Dark Lords.
I don't want to walk all the way back there. I have 3 idiots to direct there manually because they won't follow me.
When you return, make sure that you have all you will need, for you will face your test alone. Go, and may the Force serve you well.
You can borrow my relics from my cold dead fingers. No, I'm going to give them away freely because I don't want them. Alright, I gave him all that stuff. It looks like I got to keep the stupid faceplate thing, though. I have a mask thing. It's really dumb. You know, like all of them. There it is. The Circlet of Suresh. No, that's not it, is it? No, it's not the Circlet of Suresh. It just looks like the Circlet of Suresh. Where is it? There it is. Tulak Horde's mask. I can't equip it because... restricted to the dark side. The ancient mask, blackened with age, has an eerie glow and seems uncomfortably claustrophobic. But you can put it on and it'll look basically like... what do I usually use? Bosun sensory visor. This thing... oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Some earmuffs and a jaw protector. My eyes are visible again. That gives plus wisdom, and my wisdom is 12 without it. But the oral thing gave me, both in the sensory visor. Gave me immunity to critical hits, awareness plus 4, demo 3, and security 3, so it's just better. Alright. Let's hope that this has fixed their scripting, now that we've been transported. feel like the problem is that I tried talking to them. Oh, thank God. Alright. Zara said she was going to help me. I'm supposed to jump Admiral Yularen over there with her and kill him so that she can become the Master Sith person. I'm like, whatever. One less Sith in the world. Alright, Uthar. Let's go to the Tomb of Sado.
You are ready to travel to the Tomb of Nagasado. Your final test should not be delayed.
Okay. What is the tomb? What is the test? I'm ready to go. Yeah, fuck it. I don't need to know shit. Yeah, now you assholes actually are supposed to stand there and not follow me. You shits. A day passes in preparation. Uthar takes you to Euthera. Takes you and Euthera to the Sith tomb. Your companions are not permitted to join you.
Very well. We are now ready for your final test, young Sith. You have earned the right to see if you shall become one of us.
Indeed you have.
I dislike your tone, Euthera. What are you up to now?
Nothing, of course, my master. I was merely agreeing with you. Should we not get on with the test?
Yes. Yes, of course. We are in the sacred tomb of Nagasado, young one. The one discovered by Darth Malak and Darth Revan years ago. You are to
I know who Darth Revan is.
Reach the ancient star map that lies deep within. There you will find a lightsaber, amongst other things. The lightsaber is for you, your initiation present. Return to us once you have it. For you, the test does not end there.
Be very cautious here. This tomb is like the others in this valley, and many of its old defenses remain active.
Do you understand what I have told you? Are you ready to begin?
Yeah, I go down there, do the star map thing, pick up a free lightsaber, come back and kill you with it. Got it. Why not just give me the saber? Find the star map, return with the lightsaber. I understand.
Euthera and I will await your return.
Okay. I've already got these two, but, you know, whatevs. Wee. Euthera. Let's see. Well, do some stasis. Oh shit! Oh no! Don't do it! Don't walk straight in. Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh! Jeez! Did I take the damage? Oh, that could have been bad. Aha! So many fuckers. Alright. Oh no. No! I've lost the ability to move. An acid pool. Alright, what about the acid pool? Ooh. A dangerous looking pool of acid has flooded the room. Ignore it and back away. That's my only choice. A dangerous looking pool of acid has flooded the room. Ignore it and back away. Well, I guess it's fucking Jedi mind trick or some shit, because I'm supposed to have other options. My awareness just not high enough or something? Okay. Whatever. There's other ways for me to go. I'll figure it out. Skeletal human remains. Burping droid disruptor and a data pad. I wonder what the data pad says. I bet it says stuff about what I'm supposed to be doing. Datapad appears to be the journal of a Sith who quite obviously did not make it past this portion of the final test. Most of the journal consists of the Sith's account of gaining enough prestige with Master Uthar to take the test, only the final entry appears to concern the test itself. It seems I need to get across the pool of acid in the central chamber if I am to complete my test. But that is not going to be easy. The runes name one obelisk the Pillar of Fire, while the other is the Pillar of Ice. I can only assume that one of the pillars leads to a way to remove the acid pool, fire or ice. Wouldn't fire create toxic fumes? I'm not sure. Maybe freezing the pool would be safer. Well, I'll worry about that once I bypass the Terentatek beasts. If I can, I suppose now, or I suppose it's now or never. Okay. Doodly doodly doo. I like that the Sith Apprentice brought a disruptor to the test. Yes. Terentatek! Hey, Terentatek, get stasis, bitch! Force leap! Force leap! Force leap! Okay, we're not force leaping. At all. Stop hitting me. I'm doing... Ow! Ow. Stasis. You. Also stasis. You. Oh, wait. Heal. Stasis. Also stasis. Oh, man. Oh, I can't stasis. I can't stasis. No force. Alright. Terentatek suck. Oh, Solari Crystal and Shayla's Journal. Get items. There's Shayla's Journal. Data recorder. I haven't been able to catch my poor creation as yet. We've been trying to capture it without destroying it. The thing is too valuable. It's hard to be so quiet as necessary. However, identifies targets through sound. I'm glad we brought around dampeners with us. Dampeners Ben Hual uses. Is that really what I just picked up? I don't like that. Alright. Is there anything else in this room? Are the Guardians only allowed to leap Force Leap in KOTOR? No, I can Force Leap. I just have to select basic attack as my initiating strike against something while I'm at a distance. But it's like, it's got less than, like, sometimes he just doesn't do it. Like, I'll select basic attack and he'll still just run up to them. It's like, okay. But, like, I can show you, I do have it. Powers. Is it a power or a feat? It might be a feat. Feats. Improved force jump. Jedi knows that if combat is inevitable, it must be swift and decisive. When an opponent at range is targeted with a standard lightsaber melee attack, the Guardian closes the distance almost instantly. Guardian is with a capital G, but I have Force Leaped it. You saw me Force Leap earlier when I leapt through that mine, and I paused it, and you could see it exploding behind me. Closes distance almost instantly, and also receives a +2 to hit and damage on the first strike. This feat is automatic when wielding a lightsaber, and targeting opponents with a standard melee attack from more than 10 meters away. The Jedi must have a clear line of sight to the opponent. Feat replaces Force Jump. Using a feat or special attack negates the ability, which is why I have to select basic attack as my initial thing. Let me, got a bunch of bed packs, I'm just gonna... There we go. One more. Alright. What does this lever do? Well, it probably did something. Lots of skeletal human remains. We're gonna double check this set. Yep. Oh, okay. Or I already came through, so I guess that lever opened this door. My bad. Oh, there was a gas mine that I couldn't see because my awareness is crap. Pillar of fire, pillar of ice, some dead guys that aren't gonna tell me shit. Alright, well, let's go with ice. Special cold grenade, get item. Special fire grenade, get item. There, now I have both. Now I can do whatever the fuck I want. Save. Far too many times have I neglected to save. And, lost a lot of progress. See what's over here real quick before we go back to the acid. Nice of the dead guys to leave their grenades embedded in the wall for you. I mean, they just, you know, they just punched them in there real hard. They're like, somebody will find this later, probably. Oh. Alright. This is interesting. Well. I guess I'm locked in, maybe? Oh, skeletal remains. Let's see what these are. Shh. 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 Let's see. A Zabrak blaster pistol, a Nextor crystal, a cardio package. Alright, we got a computer terminal. And... oh, I know what this is. Probably? I'm guessing it's a, as far as I know, BioWare loves this. It's the, what do they call it? The Tower of, it's a city in, Bangkok. Bangkok Tower. Something like that. Or city in Malaysia. I can't remember. But, probably have to just move rings around. Find out. Let's see. There are 3 pillars that have electronic readouts showing the energy levels of 4 systems. The controls show that these systems can be transferred to other pillars. Caution, some of the systems are very delicate and improper transfer power can cause an electrical overload. In order to unseal the chamber, all of the following 4 systems must be transferred to the right pillar. Top system may be transferred to any pillar safely without fear of overload. Upper mid, this system causes an overload if transferred to a pillar with an active top system. Lower mid, this system may only be safely transferred to another pillar that has no systems or only the base system active. Okay. And this may only be transferred to a blank pillar with no system. A system may be transferred to it. Yeah, so yeah, it is. It's exactly what I said. So they just color-coded it and called them different things, but the idea is you have the wider, and you can only put things on top of larger ones and not on top of smaller ones. Let's see. Oops. System displays, pillars, read. Active systems, left pillar, base, little, nothing. Active systems, mid pillar, nothing. Right pillar, nothing. Move a system from a left pillar. Press the reset button. Stop adjusting the controls. See how the pillars work again. Okay, move it from... okay. Put it on the right pillar. Okay. Yes. Put it on the middle pillar. From the right pillar to the middle pillar. Left pillar, right pillar, Okay. Now, what I want to do is move from the middle. Let's see. That ring can only... The yellow ring can only be on one that's empty or has a base. Right, but I can put shit on top of it. So, I want to move... Which pillar do you want to transfer from? Which for the top system? To which pillar? So, this should be left pillar. Now, this is the thing that I'm not sure if it'll yell at me for. And the answer is probably. I move from the right to the middle. There's a flash of electricity and warning lights overload and reset. Okay. Barely managed to press the reset button in time to stop an explosion. Okay. So yeah, it is the tower, as I thought. Okay. So what I'm kind of trying to do is get the cancel. Press reset. The other pillar's working. I just need to remember what the third one, because it should just be the same. Just imagining where they are is where they can be, but it's giving me issues. Lower mid. Safely transferred to another pillar that either has nothing or only a base system active. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. This one here, this one here. This one here, this one here. This one here. This one here. This one here, this one there, that one there. Okay, yeah. Now it should work. Alright. This way. From the left. Middle. From the right to the middle. From the left to the right. From the middle to the left. The middle to the right. The left. The right. From the left to the middle. From the right to the middle. From the right to the left. From the middle to the left. The right to the middle. From the left to the right. Left, middle. From the right to the middle. What I need to do? What did I... Wait, hold on. Control shows that these systems can be transferred to other pillars. In order to unseal the chamber, all of the following 4 systems must be transferred. Oops! I transferred them all to the middle pillar. They need to be transferred to the right. Alright, so I just have to do it again. In the middle, left, right, the left, the right, from the middle, the left, from the right, middle, right, left, middle, left, middle, to the right, left, to the right, left, middle, from the right, middle, from the left, to the right, from the middle, to the left, from the middle, to the right, left, to the right. See, I can do this dumbass puzzle. Oh. Something else in there? What else is it targeting? Average frag mine, fuck. Jesus. Or sleep. Oop. Please select the raid. Thank you. Or sleep. Alright. Made it through all that crap. What else have we got here? Oh, more bodies! Skeletal human remains! Cinegran carbine, a Sith assault gun, area-do strength amplifier. What am I using? An area-do strength amplifier. They're the same. Sith energy shield, Breshik's armband, Breshik's belt. Everything seems to be what I want. Monument to Nagasado. Nagasado's poison blade. Or that's stupid and not what I want. Nagasado's poison blade. 27 versus my 28. 11 to 22 versus my 12 to 31. Unhit poison, average damage DC 25, attack modifier +3. The mere presence of Dark Lord Nagasado would come to imbue his personal weapons the taint he carried, poisoned as his spirit was. Alrighty. Nagasado carried a taint. I didn't know the taint could be removed. I've been told you can't tourniquet the taint. Alright. We're gonna find out if it's ice or fire to get rid of the acid. I feel like ice is less likely to cause a weird reaction than fire. Let's see. Launch the special fire grenade. Launch the special cold grenade at it. But boo. Cold. Pool freezes over and is now walkable. Fire grenade would probably have turned it into a poison gas and killed me. Oh, I got exploded. My awareness is crap. I don't think they expected the star map to actually talk to me, because it doesn't talk to anybody else. Got some experience, got an item, got a journal entry. Did I get the lightsaber? Supposed to get the lightsaber. Is there a lightsaber here? Ah, there it is. Or not. It's a statue. Sith lightsaber. Get item. Let's see how this compares to mine. 2 to 16. Crap. It is crap. 24 and 9 to 23. Yeah. Nowhere near as good as my purple one. Oh shit. Save now. Now I have to choose to whether or not I will side with Uthura. Uthura.
So, you return to us with the lightsaber in hand, as I knew you would.
The Force has served you well.
You took a great risk in acquiring the artifact. You used your mind and your power. No peaceful meditation, no pacifism. Sometimes you must fight in order to achieve. This gives you your passion. This makes you stronger. This is what makes you superior. That is the lesson we teach with that part of the final test. Do you understand?
Do you understand? The Sith are not the only ones who fight and take risks. Are you saying a Jedi couldn't have gotten the lightsaber? I wouldn't say I exerted myself getting this. I don't believe you. I don't feel superior to anyone. I think I understand. Are you saying a Jedi couldn't have gotten the lightsaber?
When a Jedi acts, it is with skill, true. But the Jedi teach you that your passions are counterproductive. That strength is only found in peace. Did you not feel a moment of excitement in the tomb? Did your passions not flow and make you feel stronger and more alive? What purpose would be served by restricting yourself from such? I would say only the purpose of the Jedi. Through this, they would control you and restrict your potential.
I wouldn't say I exerted myself. I don't believe you. I don't feel superior. I think I understand.
True, but most would say they fight only when they must, or not at all. We are the ones who know that struggle is what makes us superior.
Let's see. I don't believe you. I don't feel superior to anyone. Or I think I understand.
If you came to the Academy, you must have felt the stirrings within you that cry out for the freedom of the dark side, that cry out for release. I can only show you the path that will lead to power and superiority. You have followed it this far. You must decide if you are capable of continuing.
And if I'm not. Only one, so you're saying a Jedi, I would hurt myself.
This is where your path ends, young one. There is no turning back once you have embarked on it.
Okay, I guess that's it.
Good. The last part of your test will now commence. Here, you will learn the lesson of competition. All life must compete in order to flourish. Such is the natural way of the universe. To stand still is to know death. One must always be moving forward. So it is the same amongst the Sith. Compete or die. Mercy is irrelevant. So it behooves you in this final test to strike down one you are familiar with, for no other reason than to prove you are superior and without mercy. Normally, this would be against another student. You, however, get a special treat. You will fight Uthura here, my own apprentice.
What? So this is what you had planned all along? You wish me killed?
Indeed. You have become too ambitious, Uthura. It is time for you to die, and someone more talented to take your place.
No. It is time for you to die, Master. My pupil stands with me.
Oh, is this true, young one? You wish to join Uthura in her foolish scheme?
I mean, I guess so. With you, you're both mistaken. I choose me! I'm tired of playing along with you, sis scum. You both die! I choose me. Interesting. You both die. And I'm chat. We were Crowley. Game is my childhood. I love it. I am enjoying it. I played it a long time ago. I don't know that I ever actually finished it, so now I'm trying to finish it. I am deciding if I choose me, if they both die, or if I'm going to actually side with Uthor, like I said I would. But, I mean, not playing Dark Side. I don't like the Sith. So, I wonder what they say if I say I choose me. I feel like both of these will end with me fighting both of them, but I also feel like I'm strong enough to take them. I choose me!
Need a fool if you think to oppose us both, young one.
To think that I actually hoped you could be of use to me.
This makes no sense. You will never become a Sith if you turn on us both. What could you hope to accomplish?
I used you both to complete my mission. I never would have become an evil Sith. I came for the star map. My mission is to defeat Malak as well as all you Sith. I did what I had to wipe your kind of evil from the galaxy. Would never become an evil Sith. I came for the star map.
Betrayed. He is a spy.
Do not fret, my dear. All will be as it was quickly enough.
Well, I guess I have to fight them both.
We will destroy you.
I mean, you can try, but I'm going to stasis both of you. Then I'm going to throw my lightsaber at this dude. Then I'm going to force wave both of you. And that's all I can queue up. Light side points gained! Get stasis! Boop boop. Oh! I can lightsaber throw both of them! That's fun. Uthar, you're supposed to be stasised. Get out. Get stasised. Get stasised. Don't need to stasis. Oh, too late. Stasis twice. Whatever. They're choking me! I don't have any force left. Should have listened to Bastila and gotten more force power. Oh wait, I can activate this thing. Boop. God, Uthar, why do you have so much health? Go down. Oh, he keeps getting healed. Go away. Alright, now there's only the one of you. Drop a couple health packs. Boop. Yeah, I'm gonna heal right in your face, just like this. Ba-doop. Alright, Master Flurry. There we go. I win. You should always listen to Bastila. She's voiced by Jennifer Hale. It's true. Hey, GB. I had planned yesterday that I wanted to play this today, so I wanted to jump in, watch yours for a while, and then I was like, I don't want to run out of time before the end of my day. I'm going to get in here. Unfortunately, I've already kicked Bastila from my game by going to Yavin a little too early. Alrighty, let's see here. I don't think there's anything else for me here. I need to get my dumbasses back. They're off waiting for me. You what? Bastila isn't in the game? I mean, I went to Yavin before doing all of the star maps because I couldn't remember why it was on my scanner. It's just like, oh yes, you can go to Korriban, or you can go to Yavin. I'm like, well, I know Korriban is where the last star map is. But I can't remember why Yavin is even an option right now. I'm gonna go see what happens on Yavin. And I went to Yavin, and I got locked in a storyline where I couldn't escape, which was you get approached by Malik, and he reveals right before, like, Bastil's like, there's something that I need to tell you, and I'll tell you back on the ship, and then Malik comes out, and he's like, you're Revan, and you're like, no, I'm not, and he's like, yes, you are, and you're like, no, I'm not, and Bastil's like, yes, you are, and you're like, fuck, and then you're like, well, we gotta go, and then Bastil's like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself so everybody can escape, I will fight Malik, and you guys run, and you're like, or we could all run. She's like, no, I must do this, and that was it. Now there's no Bastila. You have to get laid. It is your destiny. I'm so upset, too, because, like, I had always just, like, you have so many times where you're talking to Bastila where you can be like, so you're into me, right? Hey, so you're like, you really, like, you're into me, right? And I'm just like, this is so skeevy and I don't like it. And then finally, when I went to Yavin, that was when you had options like, is there something you want to tell me? And she's like, yes, it is, you know, against the Jedi teachings to give in to passions and things, but I can't deny that I'm feeling them. I'm like, oh, I'm getting laid. And then she left the store. I'm like, no, I didn't get laid! I play male Revan because this game is not gay. It's true. This game is well before it was okay to be gay.
You there?
Me there.
You're leaving Nagasadow's tomb by yourself.
Yes.
You went for your final test, didn't you? Where is Master Uthar?
I had to kill him. Let's see. Persuade. I am Revan. I have killed the Master. You must bow down before me. Persuade. I don't know what you're talking about. Or Master Uthar is dead. I killed him. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, how am I supposed to persuade them in any universe that I don't know what they're talking about? Let's see. Also, the soldier boy whiner for female love interest is a bitch. I hated that guy. I don't even remember his name. The soldier boy whiner. Female interest. Is it not Karth? Karth Onassi? Alright, I think I'm just gonna be straight with him because I don't feel like being like, I'm Revan, bow before me! I've never been comfortable with that, so I'm just gonna be like, yeah, he's dead, I killed him.
What? You? But you aren't even a Sith yet. Surely you jest.
I'm not a Sith. Actually. Now move aside. I'm not a Sith at all, actually. Now move aside. I can kill you just as easily, fool. Not a Sith. I've killed the Master, and now the Academy is mine. Persuade. Did I say he's dead? He's, sick. You should check on him. No, you didn't say dead. You said you killed him. His name is, yes, Karth Onassi, who also plays little bitch Kaiden Alenko. I remember being exhausted waiting for him to tell me his life story. The game does, at the beginning, force you, they try to get you used to the idea that you're going to have to stop and talk to your team every now and then in order to progress things, and it's just like it's every freaking few minutes at the beginning, because Karth's the only person you can talk to. So it's just, you get a little overloaded with him. Let's see. I'm not a Sith at all. Move aside.
It's a spy! Quick, to arms!
But if the spy was able to kill Master Uthar...
Don't be...
This guy's smart. Listen to this guy.
Do it now!
You should have listened to this guy. This guy was smart. Get stasis. Get stasis. Get lightsaber thrown. Get knocked down. Get up again. Get push. Foolish Sith. I am the master. And now all the bodies are gone. Ah. I'm gonna see if I can get my light line all the way to the top. They have such cute little young Republican uniforms these days at the Sith Academy. Are you using Streamlabs or straight OBS? Streamlabs! I'm using Streamlabs. I have OBS Studio as well that I used to use. Oh, I guess everybody's pissed at me now. I should have kind of expected this. Mission, why? Alright, hopefully you two are not fucked up in your script anymore. Stasis you. Stasis you. Stasis you. Stasis you. Force wave. Boosh. Get Master Flurried. Master Flurried again. Dude, Force Wave was bitchin'. I'm out of force. Can't Force Wave anymore. I use OBS because I've heard lots of complaints about Streamlabs, so it looks like Streamlabs offers more. Streamlabs did offer a lot more when it first came out than what you got with regular OBS, but OBS realized that people wanted the more... Oh god, no! He went into a different room? Where is he? There's my character. Alright, not me, Yim. Give us improved energy resistance. And Master Valor. Give us... You're out of force. You can't give us Master Valor at all. You. Keep sniper shotting. Everything dead?
What?
Everything might be dead. Alright, the Sith Academy has been destroyed. Everyone is dead. I sent like 3 people away from the dark side before all this happened. It's so weird that they dress in Imperial outfits to me. I expect them to be more fashionable after all. In the beginning of the Galactic Conflict, all fashion designers defected to the Sith Empire. Like the alerts and showing the chat on screen and video. Oh, no, showing chat on screen and everything, that's stuff I set up, and you can actually, I think you can now set that stuff up in regular OBS as well. But Streamlabs, I know, currently allows you to sign in to your Twitch account so that I can read the, pull the chat directly onto the stream and stream the chat. I haven't checked it out because I've just been using Streamlabs ever since I switched over. I haven't checked out the new stuff in Studio to see how to do it. So I guess I could be wrong, and Studio still doesn't have it. But I've been told by other people that it does have some of those things now.
Yeah? Gotcha.
But yes, I can tell you with confidence that Streamlabs has the ability to just put up the chat box and arrange it anywhere on screen so that everybody is aware of what's being said in chat, and there's a record of what I'm responding to, which is honestly the nice thing in my opinion. Because it's nice to, like, interact with the people who are watching the stream, but then, like, when you go back and watch the video, you're just like, oh yeah, and here's the story about that, thanks buddy, and you're just going, oh, were they saying something then? I didn't remember. I'll have to check for YouTube export purposes regarding chat box. I don't actually know what you mean by that, but I do know that I can tell you that I do just export straight over to YouTube after I finish streaming. every time. Where did Mission go? Oh, there she is. Really hurt. There we go. Everybody's healed up. Let's get the hell out of here. How do we get the hell out of here? What's that? That's my bedroom, which I don't care about. That's the valley, which I don't want to go to. Dreshti. Dreshti. That's where I want to go. Dreshti. Am I gonna fight more Sith? Yep. Stasis. Master Flurry. Go! Items lost. What item did I lost? I wish it would tell me what item I lost. Sometimes I go into a situation I know I'm giving somebody something, so it's like, yeah, I know what I lost. Other times it's just like, item lost. It's like, I still have the Sith lightsaber. I still have the token. What was I supposed to be given to get in there? It wasn't the token. Sith pass card, the Sith pass card, the hangar key. What was it? It was something that maybe it is, that's what they took, was the thing that I had to show. There was an emblem of some kind that I had to show in order to get into the Sith Academy. Alright, is the protocol droid gonna fight me now? No? Good. Where did mission go? Mission's on a mission. Yes! Well, I just keep... After the fucking... clusterfuck earlier, I just expect their scripts to stop working and that they'll stop following me like earlier. And I had to... I don't know if you were here for it, GB. I don't think you were. But I would move and neither of my allies would follow me. And so then I'd have to move my character to where I wanted us to go, because you need to bring everybody up to a door. And then I would have to switch to one of the other characters' direct control and move them up, and then switch to the other one and move them up too. It's like, fun. Nobody in here is actually directly affiliated with the Academy, so none of them cares that I just murderized a bunch of Sith. Usually commands like select all party members for that, but that is weird. Yeah, well, I mean, you have this solo mode that you can go into, and it was just glitched. It was just glitched, and it wasn't working. To the Ebon Hawk. So, because I tried toggling it back and forth, solo mode on, move, solo mode off, move, changing characters and toggling it. It just wasn't working. It was bad, but then I went through another, like, forced cutscene where they moved all the characters to talk to me, and that fixed it. So it's just like, okay, cool. At least that's over with now. I wanted to check out those crystals I picked up. That's what I wanted to do real quick. My lightsaber. Let's see. Power crystal. Which one? Sigil and the Crate Dragon Pearl. Okay. I think the Crate Dragon Pearl's really good. Attack bonus 3, energy 2. Yeah. It gives me +3 to hit and +2 damage. Pretty good. This is giving me +1 to hit and +1d6 energy damage. What I picked up, let's see, +1 to hit, +1 damage, +3 to hit, +1 to hit keen, which should increase my critical range. So my critical threat is 19 to 20. I put next door on. It's 17 to 20, so I could crit more. Opala, +3 to hit. +2d6 for massive criticals. Genro. Blaster bolt deflection increase +5. Damage 2. Luxum. Attack +2. Damage bonus versus droids 1d6. Fearcran. Hit +2, damage bonus versus droids 2d6, 1d6. So this one's straight better than Luxem. Undar. On-hit property, stun, DC 10, 25% for 2 rounds. Here's what I usually use, which is +1 to hit, +1d6 damage. And Solari is the new one. Alright, +3 to hit. Damage versus dark side, 1d8. Light side damage bonus, physical 3. I think the light side damage bonus means that I do 3 extra damage for being light side aligned. And this was giving me 1d6, which averages to 4, technically. But this has +3 to hit. So, +3 to hit with an extra 3 damage static. And 1d8 extra if I'm fighting dark side. That sounds pretty good. 4 to 18. Did I do it? Did I not do it? I didn't do it. Shit! Solari. Alright, I think I did it now. 1d8 versus Sith Lords. What, not just dark side users? Yeah, now I'm 30 to hit with 14 to 28 damage range. I should see if I can upgrade my green now, actually. Lightsaber. Short green. What are you using? Looks like you've got Sigil. So Sigil is +1 to hit, +1d6 damage. This is +1, +1. Nah. Now, +1 Keen's not bad. Opula is +3 plus massive criticals. What do you have? Diamond. Alright, I think I'd like Opula. +3 to hit and give me massive criticals. Diamond is +3 to hit, and that's it. This was +3 to hit. Oh no, this is +3 straight damage. My bad. +3 straight damage and massive criticals. Maybe good enough. This is just a straight +3 to hit. Hmm. 25. Did that go down? Wasn't that 26 earlier? That was 26, right? Yes, it went down by 1 because I took off the Sigil, which was giving me +1 and +1d6. I got 3 straight damage and massive criticals. Think that. No, Sith Lords only. Rules is written. What? From what game? Yeah, this just says versus dark side. Physical damage. Alright, well, 30 and 25 should be fine. 30 and 26 would have been... Oh no, did I use up my Sith energy shield? It's fine, I have 4 more. Ba-boom. Okay. Save. Okay. I guess I'll quickly go back to Manon, because Jolie wants me to. Hey look, it's your favorite person. You can only attack the darkness with the extra 1d8. Oh, it's not an additional 1d8? It just changes my die size from d6 to d8 when I'm fighting the dark side. Tell him I hate him before me. Let's see, Starforge. So now I can go to the Starforge. But I want to go to Manon to deal with the Jolie thing first. So away we go. Anybody else want me to tell Carthonasi that we hate him? Honestly, I'm surprised somebody in the Academy would care if you killed other Sith in the Academy. It just means faster promotion. It's like the Unseen University in Discworld. Sword of Sith Lord Decapitation. Oh, that's sort of okay. That's what I missed. That's the joke I was missing. The Sword of Sith Lord Decapitation, like the Sword of Ogre Decapitation. Always. So much hate. I eventually got to say, Jolie, I hate you, old man. But it was a lie. I loved him. He made me laugh. Now, I also really like Jolie. Alright. Karth! Everybody in chat hates you, so I also hate you. That's why I gave you the pink armor. It has nothing to do with men versus women. I just don't like the color pink, and I don't like you. Alright, let's go to Manon. Go to Manon here. Here. Can give the inside of my ship the most confusing layout, please! Give me Jolie and always mission. Yes. Never go anywhere without your rogue. Never. Alright, I'm supposed to go see some dingus on Manon. Is accused of murder. So this might be... Remember how when we first got to Manon, they were like, some Sith officer was killed in his embassy hotel room, and there's this big governmental investigation going on, and there wasn't much... You must get through... Fuck off! Where the hell is Jolie?
Yes?
Jolie, what the fuck are you doing? Oh no, did the script get fucked up again? Nobody's moving. Oh no, they're doing the slow move. Oh, God.
Yes.
Please let me leave. Let's see. Tell Karth that your allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy, which is why you hate Karth. Everyone had a vote, and unanimously agrees he is the worst. Jolie was hoping you wouldn't notice his shenanigans. Yeah, well, I fucking noticed. Wait, was that him? Nolan Afet. Who are we here to see? Jolie.
Manon's an unusual place.
No shit.
Not for its water, mind you. It's the Kolto. Healing juice.
Healing juice! That's what we should all call it. We already call it. It's too meta now.
Let's get going.
Okay. I was hoping he would talk about the guy we're supposed to go be helping, but whatever. Sith soldier. I just killed a whole bunch of Sith. What do you think? There we go. Let's see here. Ah, here we go. Even though he has joined your group, Jolie remains a somewhat mysterious character. Maybe you should speak to him. No, I don't want to speak to him. Speak to Jolie. Seriously?
Oh, I never did I?
You know I don't have to take you with me. Are you always going to be this elusive? Answer the question, old man!
Of course you do. I know things, remember? You think you could make it around this part of the galaxy without me? Don't answer that. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk.
Time to move on.
Move on to where? I don't believe you. You look plenty happy there to me.
To bed. I'm old and tired, you know.
No, really.
How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
You could do that on your own. Damn right it's too much to ask. Oh, I guess not. Could do that on your own.
So I could. Not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
You know what my destiny is? What interest you have in my future? Just keep your opinions to yourself.
Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you.
Did we not tell Jolie that I'm Revan? Did somebody forget to tell Jolie that I'm Revan?
You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
I mean, mostly it was just Bastila. No, tell me more of what you see. You got that right. I have enough Jedi watching me. So you're coming along to not offer your opinions? Tell me of what you see. Fuck.
Sometimes navel gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were.
Tell him that darkness he sees about you is from him wearing sunglasses indoors. Yeah, it's true. The darkness you see about me, Jolie, is because I put those sunglasses on you, but don't take them off. They're killer. Who's Nomi?
Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force.
Sunri. That's the name of the person we're looking for. Sunri.
Greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, you'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
I don't chat up old man. Oh, fuck, I am. I don't bring you along for your amusement, you know? Actually, I bring him along for my amusement. You're along as some kind of observer. I don't need another mentor.
Nonsense. If I ever refused to help you when you asked, how confused can one person be anyway?
I'm very confused.
Is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
You're too young to be so talkative. Let's see. Auto. Port. I think I need to go west. I never remember where anything is. Out of my way, Selkath! How come you chose to wear armor as opposed to robes? Well, I started off the game as a soldier fighting in heavy armor, and then I didn't want to give up the AC. I have since seen that the Jedi robes can give you the same AC, because he's got 24. She's got 29 because she's high dex. I've got 27. Mostly it was that I wanted to stick with my heavy armor play, and there weren't Jedi heavy armor shit. So I don't even have, I also can't, do I have Jedi defense? I thought I didn't. I guess I do. But like, down to 20, down to 17, down to 17, down to 18, 18, 19, 20, 20... I'd already taken the feats for heavy armor, and so I was like, I'm gonna stick with heavy armor. Plus, it feels interesting to be, like, the one Jedi running around in armor instead of robes. Plus, I'm wearing Calo Nord's battle armor, so I'm a Mandalorian now. Calo Nord was like, Jolie, it is you. Okay.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunri. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunri has been arrested.
Why are you acting like you didn't already know this?
But how?
You were the one who told me to come to Manon.
Sunri isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Laura. Where's Sunri now?
Sunri's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Laura. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunri. Somehow.
I got approached on Korriban and by some dude who was like, "Hey, you're Jolie." And he's like, "Yep." I'm like, "Hey, our old friend Sunry is arrested on Manan." And Jolie's like, "We gotta go to Manan and check that out." Laura's adamant that her husband is not responsible. Proves innocence. You can talk to the judges in the court. Where's the court? Remind me. Mercenary Enclave. Otto. Holding cell. High court. Let's try going to holding cell first. Authorized personnel only. Only the arbiters are permitted into the prison cells, human. I'm sorry, I'll be going now. Okay. On my way. High court, high court. They really shouldn't be getting high in court. Alright. You. Telkar. You remember your involvement in it quite well, okay? I would like to investigate the murder case involving Sunry. I have no more questions. Alright, we're gonna investigate. That is acceptable, I believe. In my non-legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove his innocence in court. Yeah? I know, I had one. The arbiter is a neutral party that can investigate and present evidence in the trial and argue on the defendant's behalf. As you're a Jedi, I believe you could fulfill this role adequately.
I suppose your Sunry's only hope. We have to at least...
I suppose your Sunry's only hope. I hope you can help him. But did they record me in their files as Canon Jarrus or Revan? We have a limited amount of time in which to investigate. He was seen leaving the hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman. He has been charged with murder, being held in Otto City. When it was kind of seen the time and being detained at the hotel in question, pending the trial. Alassa was found dead of a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic medal clutched in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review all of the information. May question Sunry or the witnesses. The evidence is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunry. Maybe it'll take some time to sort out.
Very suspicious.
But it seems too heavily stacked. You may also interview the judges here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in this case. Man, they talk a lot. Since this is also your first case, and you are an off-worlder, I feel compelled to add good luck as my final missive. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm going to talk to a different judge. Since you've been designated arbiter in the Sunry case, I shall answer questions. What do you think of Sunry? Sunry is a former Republic officer who is highly regarded by your people. He is admired by your people here in Manan, and even seems to maintain some sort of relations with them still. If he is as capable as some of the Republic citizens still believe him to be, He is certainly capable of actions that would result in this murder. Anything suspicious about the case? Well, I have often wondered. If Sunray were so innocent, why was he seen fleeing the scene? Why would he have been running if he had not committed the crime himself? Or was at least aware of what had occurred? The case seems very simple and obvious to me. Your public type stick together. However, I assume you will go to lengths to defend him. Let's see. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? Both empires are at fault for this current conflict. The Republic, in the past, for laying the foundations upon which the Sith Empire grew, and the Sith, now, obviously, for starting the war. But no matter. The wrongs that had been done in the past, the Sith now have no cause. The phone is ringing. My God, is he still talking? Perhaps for us, they did not seem to be doing a good job of it. I don't know who he's talking about, because I had to get up. Nope. Hero. Public masters would let someone so valuable go easily. I think not. I think Sunray maintains his contacts with the Republic and seeks to escalate the situation here. I'm not buying into the Republic line that there's some epic battle of good Republic against the evil Sith Empire. Sith Empire is merely an expansionistic power, much like the Republic was early in its history. Simply the turning of history where the old is swept away by the better new. Anything else? What do you think is suspicious? And this gives me very straightforward. Sunrays from the Republic, Alasa from the Sith. Great empires battling now live out their conflict through their minions. That all? Yup. You. The trial. How did you know I was from the Republic? Their ship registry is originally from the Republic world of Transil. Therefore you are a Republic citizen. Or are you saying you stole your ship? No. Perfectly legitimate. I definitely killed the former owner. And, well, Manon is very, 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 very litigative and bureaucratic. So, gotta go through all the proper channels and steps. Let's see here. Suspicious. Something has been bothering me. The medal that was found clutched in Alasa's hand. I find it most odd that such a blatantly incriminating piece of evidence would be left at the scene of a crime. We have analyzed the evidence, and it does not appear to be a replica, but I still have my doubts. In the midst of the crime, Henry could well have lost it. I have seen much more improbable things happen in my tenure at the courts.
Simply because it was
real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it. God, there's so many fucking judges. Suspicious. I find it questionable that a man with such a reputable past as Sunry would murder a Sith woman, especially not from behind. But knowing the Sith, there is probably some deception involved. They seek to do the same thing to us here. There's been much pressure by the Sith on our government, and even on the judges themselves, to deliver a guilty verdict in this case. But the letter of the law is absolute, and will not be compromised for Sith power games. what do you find suspicious? I find it presumptuous to assume that the cripple Sunri could kill Alassa. I think that there must have been another there who killed her. Perhaps one of the witnesses. I do not know the reason the metal clutched in Alassa's hand either, but it may have been that she fought them off, even as she died. I think that this may be the work of some Republic conspiracy. I'm not afraid to say so. If the only means I have of hurting the Republic is through Sunri, then so be it. Wow, okay. Up, up, up. Let's see here. Where's that fucking hotel? Enclave. Okay, well, I can go talk to Sunri himself. I didn't realize that he was married. I thought maybe he'd been having some... Hey, can you open the door? We should begin the trial. You must make a request with the warden, or it shall be passed on to the judges. Okay, well, I don't want to begin the trial. I want to talk to people. Who are you?
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
Ah, it's gross. I don't think that's my guy.
Jolie, what are you doing here? The Lord sent me, Sunri. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case. Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire. You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case. The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Cellcast seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
No witnesses? What makes you say there were no witnesses?
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alassa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alassa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alassa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Here.
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel.
You just said that there's no witnesses, buddy.
Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy.
I've been into the Sith embassy, don't worry.
I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Maybe the Sith warrior was like a vampire. He held up the hero's cross and used it to slay him. Let's see.
Very well. Once you've got...
Yeah. Where's the door? There it is. Where the fuck is the embassy? got here? Mercenary Enclave. Guess the only choice is to go back to Central City Central. Correct? Nope, that's not correct. Okay. Guess I have to go to this. Trying to figure out how I accidentally ended up in the embassy the first time I came here. It doesn't seem like it's straight away from the ships. Is that it there? General store. Nope. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Hello, Ignis.
You were the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Wait, what you saw the night of the murder?
Alaska rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
He can't run, but he was going pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
You could testify it happened after what? You can just tell him to lie? You will testify Sunray left before the shot. This doesn't seem right. I pay you 200 credits to say it? What the fuck? I thought I was over here to get the truth, not tell people what the truth is.
What do you want to know?
Where are the witnesses in the
There were
hotel?
only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Feareth Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
Don't make me play Pazak to get answers out of the fucker. I hate Pazak. What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
They're getting it on. That's all I need to know. I gotta find Glupor and...
I'm gonna be right here.
Yeah, please help. I do not like card games. I played The Witcher 3 and they had the, fucking... whatever the fuck the, what was that card game called? I've already forgotten. Alright, you tell me what to do, but I haven't even built my deck. So you'll have to help me with that part, too. That's it, Gwent. Fuck Gwent. Fucking hate Gwent. I have questions about the murder. Glupor already say everything he knows. Good. Glupor tell everything to Selkath. You not know? Glupor have no reason to say. Glupor tell everything. Everything about murder. Everything about Sith Lady's room. Why were you at the hotel? What did you see? What about Alasa's room? What about Alasa's room? I can help with the deck. You want cards that are red and blue. Give you both plus and minus. Gloopor just curious to see what happened. Gloopor have no reason to go into room. No one paid Gloopor to do it. Did somebody pay Gloopor to do it? Did someone pay you to do something in that room? How about if I give you 100 credits to tell me? Force Persuade, you want to tell me who paid you and for what. Use the Force! Gloopor want to tell you. Gloopor want to tell you Sith paid him money. Gloopor want to tell you this because you are Gloopor's friend. Good friend. Maybe give Gloopor money, maybe not. I'll ask more questions later. Gloopor answer later too then. Selkath not let Gloopor leave while trial's still on. Okay, well, Sith did pay him to do something. My favorite achievement in KOTOR 2 that I have in my showcase is winning a game of Pazak by filling the board without reaching 20. I love Pazak. I hate chess. God, This is the Pazak player. Can't interact with that room. This must be where she died. What's in the footlocker? Nothing. Mission, you're in the way. I think that I can interact with this box. I can't. Okay. Well, this room sucks and tells me nothing. Gloopor definitely told me that he... What did Gloopor tell me? Gloopor wanted to tell you that a Sith paid him money to plant the metal on the body. Okay. Alright, we're gonna save because I fucking hate Pazak. Pazak! Alright. I need to figure out how to do it. Hold on. See here. My garbage. I have my Pazak deck. This is not a usable or equipable item. Oh. How do I... Wait. I don't even remember how I interface with it. Fuck. Hold on. Wait. I know there's a way. Pazak rules. Object of the game is to have your face-up cards total higher than your opponent's hand without exceeding a total of 20. Player's total is greater than 20. End of a turn. Bust. Opponent wins. Pulling it up on my computer. Player must win 3 sets to win a match and collect a wager. Pazak is played with 40 card main deck, made up of 4 of each card, numbered 1 through 10, and a side deck of up to 10 cards with values ranging from -6 to +6. I can't change the main deck. The main deck is static. I can only change my side deck. Alright. How do I interface with my deck? Where do I interface with my deck? You can build your side deck when you go play with a competitor. Okay. I did just save. Verith, I'm sure you're gonna make me play Pazak. Let's get this shit over with.
Here to see me about the murder too?
Ew, with the Selkath.
Fish, everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
See, what do you know about Senri and Alasa? What did you see the night of the murder? What do you know about them?
Senri, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with her damn antics usually.
Oh ho ho, let's get it on. Alasa roomed here often?
Yes, she rented a room every week or so. Coincidentally, it was right about the same time that Sunri would show up. They didn't seem all that discreet either.
I mean, Sunri was having a relationship?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith master?
Well, Alasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Really? You seem to know something. Wait, Force Persuade. You know you want to tell me.
You know, I I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you.
Haha!
One time, I saw Alassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course.
It was definitely not accidentally.
It fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
Is Sith lightsaber under her cloak a euphemism for something? She was a dark Jedi. A lightsaber does not mean anything. I have a lightsaber too, you know?
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Dark side points gained? What did I do that was dark side? Oh, they took away my light behind me. What did I fucking do? Was Force Persuade suddenly a bad thing? No. You played a BioWare game? Accurate.
You with the Selk, I told... Son kept the rest of the building up. Yes. I'm not saying... And there isn't any rule against Sith and... Oh, well... I didn't say anything, and there's no way you can make me say otherwise. Now... Thanks. I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon.
Why is there a Pazak Weekly?
Still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Alassa's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
I'm pretty sure there were even, like, episodes of Clone Wars and stuff where they had to quarantine or get rid of, you know, infected people to protect the greater good. And they were still Jedi.
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice. Kept the rest. I'm not saying anything. And there is... I didn't... Since you put it that well, but this time... Now... Seems so... Now that's all I'm going to tell you.
Okay, so force persuading him to tell me about her Sith lightsaber under her cloak, that's dark side. But paying him to tell me about her Sith lightsaber under her cloak, that's fine. Totally fine. It's just perfectly fine. Why do I have force persuade? Like, isn't it always mind control then? Like, it can't sometimes be mind control and sometimes not be. Something free will. Yeah, but sometimes I get light side points for force persuading, so what's in here? I get my 100 credits back! I'm totally light side. Yeah, mind control is immoral unless it suddenly isn't.
Sure.
I want to know am I still glowing? I am. Good. Stay glowing. Alright. Everybody's talking about Sunry fucking bolting, and everybody is also saying he's a cripple with a bad knee. So how the fuck is he sprinting away?
You were the one defending Sun.
What you saw?
Sith woman. He can't run good because he's a cripple.
He can't run good because he's a cripple.
Fast. I would. Yeah. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Like, this seems bad.
What do you want to... Well...
I need to go over shit with Sunry.
You, Jedi. I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
Are you making water puns because we're on Manon? Because I would say that that's very not classy. Luke Skywalker force choked 2 Gamorreans just to walk into Jabba's palace and talk to him after selling C-3PO to slavery without telling him. How do you think BioWare would judge that scene? I have no idea anymore. Nothing is real. Everything is fake. Everything is permitted. I'm just gonna go become Altair and murder a bitch. Alright. What do you mean? Why are you telling me this? I don't have time for this.
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa...
I really don't think it's that complicated. I think somebody impersonated Sunry.
You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes. You're talking crazy talk. Huh?
I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
I love walking around and looking for things.
Of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want.
But if I'm devious, they give me dark side points. Every time I do devious shit, they're like, you can't be devious. You're a paladin who can't lie. It's like, no, I'm a paladin who can't lie in D&D. Here, I am a Jedi who gets to do whatever the fuck I want! Where am I going? What's this? Republic Enclave. Probably where the embassy is. Alright, you. I went into the Undercity for you, or whatever.
I trust you have been discreet concerning the events at Rackard Rift. Should the Selkath obtain proof of what occurred down there, the consequences for the Republic would be severe. For both our sakes, I hope you are smart enough to keep silent on this matter. Truth be told, I'm uncomfortable even with us being seen together. The rumors are already plentiful enough among the Selkath about the Republic's role in this.
Otto, I'm investigating Sunry. Maybe a bribe would ensure my silence.
I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero of the Republic, not a murderer. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and discredit the Republic.
That's one possibility. Are you so sure it was the Sith? Any chance the Republic is involved?
The Republic? That makes no sense. Sunry has no enemies in the Republic, and his conviction will make all of our jobs more difficult. If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the other guests. Maybe they know something. I regret I could not be of more assistance in your investigation. Is there anything else?
You were not helpful at all.
Then I shall wish you...
God damn it. Well, sorry there was no, Pazak. I really thought they were hinting at me that I was going to have to play a card game, but, I didn't end up having to. But if there is ever a moment where I have to play Pazak, GB, I will call you and say, please, please don't make me have to do this. Please do this for me. Where the fuck is the Sith embassy? Even goddamn remember. Mission, you're in my way. There's a guy who wants me to commit assassinations for money. Get tons of dark side points, but you get tons of money. And as you can see, I am in great need of money. I have 28,000 credits. Here. Got Whoop. General shop. Ah, Sith base. Probably in there. Let's try. Let's see. Let's go. Get on my way, Han Solo! I love assassinating assassins. They always look so surprised, Sith Warrior. The Old Republic. Fine, I've been here before. I can just go into the Sith Embassy. It's not like I went in here and killed oh wait, no, that's right. I went in here and killed everyone. I wonder who's gonna tell me stuff. Can I still interface with the computer? I cannot. Do not talk to mission. Stop!
What can I do for you? Okay.
So, who's gonna tell me the Sith side of the story? If everyone in the embassy is dead. Always looks so clean now. It used to be just full of bodies. Oh yeah, the death hallway. I remember the death hallway. Steam control. Deactivated. I'm not even allowed to accidentally kill myself. Hey, a computer panel. Nope.
Huh?
Where's mission? How did you get this far away from us? What does the computer have to say? Medic. There's us. Nobody. 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 There's no one here. The disassembled droid, and that's it. Oh, that cost me 3 spikes. Oh, everybody has to level up now? Except for my character. Level up. Skills. And computer use. Beats. Got more sneak attack. What is this? Master caution. Skill bonus to demolitions and stealth. Get it. Accept. Level up. You have 1 whole point. Great injury. Up powers. I guess I could give you Force Wave. I kind of want somebody to stick with Force Whirlwind. Force Whirlwind is definitely the meanest. That's Force Resistance, Force Immunity, protected by armor, good protection from direct force powers. Oh, I had 2? Sheesh. Okay. Bam.
Huh?
What?
Alright. So there's, Shouldn't need the Sith side. You should be able to talk to the prisoner again and go over what you've learned. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. I was just curious to see if there were any Sith to talk to. It was still funny to me, comical. Come back in here and remember that there wouldn't be anyone to talk to because I killed everyone. 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 Alright, let's go back to the prisoner. Billy, we need to go talk to your friend Sunray. Something's fucky-wucky. I'd also just been trying to maximize all the things I could learn before going back and going over them with him. You just want to do a nice thing for somebody and they turn it into this bureaucratic morass on you. I could have just gone to the Starforge instead. No, I decided to be a good person, and then they started throwing dark side points at me for trying to be a good person. Because they're dicks. Alright. Not there yet. A little further. I used to gripe that they're like, Otto is a huge city. I'm like, it's really not that big. And then I have to run around and like, but it is bigger than I'd like it to be. Hiya, Laura. Nothing to say to you. Gotta talk to your husband. Bye. Sunray, we gotta talk.
Coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Nope.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture. Oh, I grow weary of staring at these 4 bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
Let's see.
Well, I was working with Republic Intelligence. It was going well, too. Maybe the Sith, but let's look at the facts they've given. Alassa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my heroes cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross.
All right.
Hope you can see how the Sith are anything else.